Hey, welcome aboard. Today we're going to take a look at how to do a 360-degree image within your articulate storyline project. This is a great opportunity to kind of bring a new level of learning and experience to your students, to the professionals you're training, whoever you're developing content for. For myself, my team and I, we actually travel and do a lot of energy efficiency, hot water distribution, and HVAC type of education. So today we're actually highlighting a water heating system. For starters, if you're capturing 360-degree images, there's a million ways to do it. Personally, for our team, we use GoPro cameras. Really portable, really affordable. Set them up on a tripod. They've got software for your tablet, your phones. Makes things as easy as possible. Let's insert one of those pictures we took, actually. We're going to go to Insert right here at the top, and we're going to go to 360-degree image. And I've got a folder already set up with a lot of the 360-degree pictures, as well as just some other B-roll and photos we captured. You'll know it's a 360-degree image because you'll get like this weird fisheye distortion look when you're looking at it normally on Windows or your Apple computer. It's all right once we load it in here. It's going to make it work. It's going to kind of be like those virtual realtor videos, car salesman videos where you get a look at everything. I don't have a personal favorite picked out yet. Let's just go with this guy right here. All right, cool, perfect. Now, we're all used to layers at this point if you're experienced in Articulate. If you're not, I always kind of relate it to Photoshop, Premiere Pro, or even PowerPoint, where some things are on top of others, so you've got a foreground, you've got a background. If you look down here at your timeline, this 360-degree image I have is on top of everything. So let's move it down. And as you can see, the back button, the home button, the title of this page, and the caption are popping right back up. For the template my colleague and I developed, we want to have kind of a menu that's always ongoing. We think it's best for the learner in our case, kind of a preference of the client as well. So we don't want any of those buttons covered up. So what we're actually going to do now is we'll click this 360 image. I'm going to drop it a hair. And, you kind of don't want to artificially crop it here. So I'm going to actually drop it right to that caption. And I'll cover up that blue background we had. Some of it's going to drop here. It's not going to be on the page, as you can see. We're going to lose a little bit at the bottom. But that's okay, because it's a 360-degree image. We're going to be able to, whip the camera around and see it anyway. So once you've got that set up, what you want to do is actually hit Edit 360-degree image. And if everything worked with your GoPro or whatever tools and software you used, you will have a little image that you can click and drag around just like this. Like I said, really great opportunity to put your learners, your students, any professionals you're trying to train or certify, you emulate that work environment. This way we can actually apply real-world knowledge and training and such like that. Now, if you noticed, when I click this Edit 360 image, the first thing we see is the water storage tank. I actually need to highlight this guy right here. I want this to be the first thing you see when you start up. So what we're going to do is actually go up to Interaction and hit Initial View right here, Edit. And you get the mom and pop disposable camera, kind of crosshair, if you will, right here. I'm going to line it up. I'm going to hit Set. And then we're going to close it and hit Save. And then now, as you can see when we click Edit, we will actually start there. This will be our first kind of perspective of the scene. And then you can whip around and do whatever you want to do. Now, like I said, this is a great opportunity to, instead of just putting slides and videos and content like you would normally do, this is an opportunity to put pop-ups, make it very fun and flashy. What I would recommend you do is you plan ahead. Start thinking of info bubbles. That's what me and my team call them. Or videos that you want to actually have as buttons and clickables within these 360-degree images. For starters, I've actually got a slide here already made. It's very generic. We're in the early stages of building this tour. So I've just got a stock image. I've got a little text box as a placeholder. Here is information on the heat pump. We'll put some kind of textbook vocabulary, terminology, and explanations right here about the device. I might even have different images here. I'll have like 4 or 5 layers. We'll figure that out later. But for just demonstration purposes, I want to show you how to actually put this in your 360-degree image. So what we'll do is we'll hit Edit 360 Image again, and we're going to go up to Marker, and I'm going to click on the unit, and it's going to make just a default size little green icon right there. You can make it bigger, you can make it smaller. The first thing you notice, you're going to have this thing called a label. I don't like the label myself. You can use it if you'd like. You know, you could say heat pump, and then information on the heat pump, blah, blah, blah. And then your users can click that, and this little text box will pop up beside it. I personally like making a separate slide like I showed you. So I'm going to disable label, but I'm actually going to hit tooltip. Now tooltip's going to bring up a smaller text box, and this is what will pop up when you hover over the button. So I want to put learn about the heat pump. This is kind of like my car salesman moment where, oh, hey, you hovered over this button. Do you want to learn more about it? So last thing I'll do just to make it pretty, I'm going to go to icon. I'm going to go to 360, sorry, not 360 degree, content library icons. I've been using wrenches, so I've already got a wrench here. I'll pick that. And as you can see, the icon changed to a wrench. Now, something you may want to consider for 408, for accessibility, and honestly just overall learning consistency, is your colors. My team, we like to do like a yellow gold when it's an info bubble. If it's a video, we'll make it red, kind of do like the YouTube icon where it's a little TV and it's got a red background. If it's an external website or an external document, we'll make it blue or green. So for this case, this is going to be an info bubble. I'm going to make it yellow, but to your heart's desire, do what you and your team think is best. And then finally, this is a button, but all it does right now is it hovers and says this. Let's add a trigger. So just like your other buttons you would do in Articulate, you can program it to do stuff. For this, I want to do Lightbox, because Lightbox is actually going to put the info bubble page on top of the slide, and then I can close that, and I never leave the 360 degree image. If I do jump the slide or anything like that, you're going back and forth. I feel like it slows everything down. So I'm going to do Lightbox. I'm going to scroll down to a scene I made. I called it Info Bubbles, and I'm going to keep all my info bubbles in that scene. And there's Heat Pump. And that's it. You hit OK. We're going to close it. We're going to hit Save. And then now let's take a look and see what it looks like when it's actually finished. All right, so we've actually got it on the page where you can see this. Just as a reminder, we've got the layer thing going on, client, and in my colleagues, we wanted to keep the title of the pages available, as well as a caption, have a back button, have a home button, things like that. We can click our mouse and drag around. Note, if you're on a tablet or a smart device or anything like that, you just use your finger. So we're all used to that. We're like little kids playing games on our phones. It'll work the same exact way. And what's really cool about Articulate, it will show you a preview of what it looks like. Obviously, get it on a really nice computer screen, it would look prettier. Here's that info bubble we made. If we hover over it, it says learn about the heat pump. If I click it, we get a light box. And like I said, light boxes by default, they have this little X right here. Really simple, really nice and clean. I honestly have never had anyone tell me to do otherwise. You click that, you're back on your 360 image, you never left. And like I said, we're going to develop a lot of educational content for a couple of scenes like this. We want to highlight every piece of equipment for professionals to learn about. You do the same thing for yourself depending on the subject matter that you're focusing on with your education. These 360 degree images can be a huge help. Put your students right in the environment that they're learning about.